I'll just kick it off then, guys. Before we get to your 100th, well, if you're indeed chosen, guys, just you two are the stalwarts in the side. What's been the response, the message off the back of last weekend?
A big one has been our individual preparation about how we go about improving our defence and our individual roles within our shape.
I think just owning the result too. We clearly weren't good enough on the weekend, and then as a group we just got to be better. We've been in this situation plenty of times in the last how many years. We've just got to get better, and Dave's touched on it. It's the start of a new era. He's here for 4 years, so we've crammed a lot into the 5 weeks that we've been together, and at the end of the day, mate, we just got to get better as a team and win those games.
And Slips, you've been pretty confident about the direction that this group is going and the talent that is being unearthed. Is there still that confidence that, hey, that's a blip, that's a learning curve along the way, and that you'll be able to harness that going forward?
Yeah, I'm extremely confident with the players and the staff and the direction we're going. I think we put in a lot of really good work over the last 5-6 weeks, but we just really let ourselves down on the weekend, mate. And feels like we've undone a lot of really good work, which hurts. But direction-wise, I think we're definitely heading in the right direction. We're just, we've got to be clinical, and we've got to make sure we play our best games when it's needed. Just be a more consistent team. But as I said earlier, like we're 5 weeks into a kind of a new way of playing, and I'm definitely confident that this group in the future will be a very successful one.
James, I won't name names, but one of the savvy journalists who's actually on this call today lured a couple of the debutants on the weekend into saying that this match is somewhat of a dead rubber against the All Blacks yesterday. But I imagine you don't consider any match against the All Blacks, let alone a Tri-Nations match, to be a dead rubber.
No, it's not a dead rubber. We obviously respect the jersey that we play in, mate. We're playing for our country, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. I think you got to prepare like it's your last test, and this week's no different for me and Simo, and especially the young fellas. I think this group's worked really hard on the training field. We're just really hungry for results, and we're just got to make sure we go out there and play a game that we've been training to do. So, in terms of a dead rubber, mate, there's no such thing as a dead rubber in Test match rugby. Win or loss, it's always on the record books, mate, and we'll be going out there to win this weekend.
Mate, 100th Test. If you do play this weekend, what does that mean to you, mate? It's an achievement that the man next to you sort of knows about, but not many other Australians know the feeling.
Mate, it's probably something I haven't really thought about too much, probably from a direct result of what happened on the weekend. So, it's been a bit of a tough couple of days to kind of get the head back in the game and making sure I'm ready to play this weekend, whether I get the selection or not. To play 100 games, mate, it's obviously an honour and all those things. I just, if I'm playing and everything goes my way, I want to win the game more than anything. I think that's the best way to go out there and perform.
Obviously, your career took a different path when you had to leave Queensland and go to the Brumbies. When that happened, was playing 100 tests ever on your mind? Or did you think you'd hit that milestone?
Mate, no, I wasn't thinking about hitting the 100 caps, mate. that couldn't have been further away from my thought process at the time. Mate, just thinking back when I had the change going to the Brumbies, I just wanted to just play consistent rugby. That was my one goal. I just wanted to contribute to whatever team I was playing for, and I feel like I've done that. So, mate, just if I think back 2 years ago, I definitely didn't see 100 caps on the horizon.
I know you probably you've got this weekend to focus on, but looking back at the 100 tests, is anything in a game or any tour or World Cup sort of stand out?
Mate, they all hold a little special moment in my career. I guess the debut game back in 2010 when I first played was, a really special moment. And that's something that, all debutants will say. It's something you never forget. And then I guess all the World Cups and all the big games that I played in always hold a special moment. But mate, every time you pull that jersey on for me, that's really special, playing for your country, and it's a feeling like no other.
Rob, you've obviously been part of Slip's journey. What have you made of his career and sort of going through the ups and downs to get here? Like, I suppose, a word from you on what he's been able to achieve.
I think it's incredible. We met each other when we were 14, and we've travelled a fair journey along the way, and to see him reach this milestone's pretty special for me. It makes me pretty proud, but I know it's a huge honour for him and his family. Going through it myself, I know that he's keen to get the win this weekend, but we'll be able to reminisce. We probably won't get a chance to reminisce and really take it all in until we get a break from rugby at the end of the year. But he knows, and we all know, it's going to be a special moment this weekend.
Rob, is there one moment though that stands out from playing alongside James that stands out more than any other?
If you combine them all, playing with one of my best mates is very special. But he touched on it, but just before his debut, I think it was a pretty cool moment for me to watch, and I know he was pumped about it. But he'd come off the back of, I think, 3 professional games in his whole life, won 80 minutes, and got thrown into Test match footy against one of the best scrums in the world, and held his own, and by the end of that year had 14 Test caps and 3 Super Rugbies. So I think from the very start we all knew he was a pretty special player.
And just how important is he for the young guys coming through, Rob, that is, of James?
I think he's very valuable. He's in this leadership squad. Very valuable for this team going forward. A guy who's played 100 games at this level can pass on so much experience to such a big, component of this squad is quite young, and they're going to get their experiences. And the faster they can learn off guys like this, the better.
James, can I just ask you about how proud you are of the journey that you've had, the way that you've come back to reach the elite, and also the chance to bring up triple figures, I guess, the old home ground alongside a great mate like Rob? How special it is to do it in Brisbane?
Yeah, mate, I'm extremely proud, mate, given this chance. Like, as I said earlier, like I probably didn't see it coming a couple of years ago. But all I can say at the moment, I'm just really enjoying my rugby. I'm enjoying the group of boys that are training with us, the squad here, the staff here. I've touched on it earlier, the direction we're heading is really strong. So putting all that together, I'm just really enjoying the moment. And I feel like I'm playing, strong rugby off the back of that. So I guess when I get the chance to play my 100th game, hopefully it's this weekend in Suncorp, it's going to be a very special moment. And we've touched on it a bit. It's going to, I think, the best way to go about it is making sure we play well and get the win.
Anything else, guys?
I guess the same for you, though, in Brisbane. Just on your thoughts too, Rob. I know both your rugby journeys are taken elsewhere, but to have that chance to play with James back in Brisbane and invoke some of those old memories, I suppose.
Yeah, I think as a team, and then a lot of guys who play for the Wallabies love playing at Suncorp. It's a special ground for us too. We grew up watching our heroes play there, and we've got a chance to play a fair few games there ourselves. But speaking to a lot of squad members, young and old, that everyone loves playing at Suncorp. We're looking forward to it and can't wait to get out there. And for us too, given the current climate, it'll be very special to be able to have family members there.
Thanks, man.
Guys, also just on the start, you spoke about, Rob, the individual things that you have to look at each game off the back of last weekend's result. Yeah. What else, like from a composure point of view, is that one of the things that has been addressed as well? It looked at times like everyone's just a bit frantic, but is that something you just learned from playing more tests?
I think so. Just knowing what your role is within the team and bringing it. That's what we're looking for. Not trying to solve something out on your own and leave the rest of the team vulnerable.
Anything else, guys? Abby, once, twice.
Yeah, yes. I have the last one. James, Rob, how are you? I'm
thanks.
Abby from Argentina.
Hi.
I want the question is for both of you. What do you expect from the Pumas at the Three Nations, taking into account that they only will play 2 matches before the trip that they have and all the adversity they have been through?
I'll go. I think watching them last Friday, without their guys from Europe, they're a pretty strong squad, coached by Mario, who we know quite well. They've also brought in an ex-coach of ours, Michael Checker. I think we'll expect a fair bit of physicality up front. They'll be looking at trying to dominate that front to play. They've got some very special backs, so to be able to play at the back of that.
Same for you, Slips.
Yeah, mate, they're always a tough team to play, no matter where you play them. I think they've got class across, the whole team, front row all the way through to the back three. So it's one of those games, mate, that whoever plays the best will win.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.